I'm Kevin Newton. I'm a longtime Calvary parent and a proud parent of alumni here. We had our kids here K through 12, and Carol and I decided to send our 4 kids here because we wanted a place where the atmosphere and what was taught was in sync with our church and our home, and have all 3 legs of that stool working together, and it really was important to us.
Our names are John and Jamie Covell. We have Stella Covell, who is in 4th grade here. We moved to the area right before Stella was born, so we really needed to find a Christian school. I went to a Christian school my whole life. It was really an important thing, and Calvary was right around the corner, so it just was absolutely perfect, and we loved it instantly.
My name is Marie Engel. My family and I have been here for going on our 3rd year. We first decided to come here as a family because our Calvary aligns with our biblical values. And like I said, it's just become a very close-knit family who has helped to grow our beliefs.
We're the Ziers, Jeff and Gladys, and we have 3 kids that graduated from Calvary Christian Schools. We wanted to make sure the school that our kids went to was a strong Christian school. Strong school with Christian values, Christian teaching, Christian teachers and administrators that had the same values that we did.
My name's Mike Miller, and my wife Janet and I have 2 kids at Calvary, and they're actually part-time at Calvary through the Calvary Connect program. Calvary's Connect program is really important to us as homeschooling parents because we're putting our kids into really a partnership where we're partnering with Calvary to teach our kids what we want them to know and to help them to mature in a setting where they can get have some friends and grow and learn in a biblically minded classroom environment, and we're really excited about that.
When our kids started here, one of the things we worked on as a school board was the academic structure and making sure it was rigorous enough. And as a parent, you always worry about that, but all 4 of our kids were successful at college. They all 4 have degrees. 3 of the 4 have master's degrees. They were well prepared, and Calvary was a great launching pad for them.
The great thing about Calvary Christian is the quality of time that our daughter gets to spend with the teachers, because the class sizes are not as big as like your public schools and things like that. And so there's that good one-on-one, and you get to know everybody throughout the school, and they make you feel like family, and that's what we really love about Calvary Christian School.
My daughter, Elena, I'll speak to a personal struggle. She has had trials, and Calvary has come alongside her, specifically her Bible teacher, Mr. Beeson, and has helped her to understand the Bible in a real way, and she has chosen to surrender her life to God because of that.
We wanted a school that would come alongside of us as parents and help us bring up our kids the way we wanted to bring up our kids.
It's exciting to us that Calvary partners with us. The school's vision and mission match our home's mission and vision, and so it's just a really great partnership, and we're excited about that.
I feel in a Christian school that they're gonna, learn the values of life and the right ways of doing things. And I'm not saying everything's perfect, but I feel that our daughter and our son will have a better future, I think, being in a Christian school and seeing the values of what God can do for you.
We love it here. There's nothing more I can say about that. We love Calvary, we love the teachers, we love everything.
There is a very big difference with biblical worldview and the worldview of non-believers. But we also teach the kids from a worldview in our science books what the worldly scientists believe. And the kids have realized that it takes more faith to believe in a worldly view than to believe the Word of God.
Well, a Christian worldview that's woven into every subject and every class and every day is really important. We don't want our kids to grow up to be self-righteous. We want them to grow up to have a real faith, and the school really helps with that.
Every morning we would start off our day with doing devotions in the morning. So our teacher would lead us in devotions, and then he would pray with us. And that goes through all of the classes. All the classes did that. And then every day we had a Bible class, and for senior year we had worldview, and worldview was really special and really taught me a lot. It taught us about the worldly problems and how to work through that and how to be in the world but not of the world.
I am grateful that Calvary is distinctly different in that they do stand on biblical principles versus compromising their faith to not offend others.
I love my job here. I love serving our students. I enjoy them. I love sharing the scriptures. God is really on the move here. There's 3 students that just accepted Christ recently, and so it's a thrill. And yeah, I'm just thankful to be here.
Putting your kids in a place like Calvary can give them their best chance and give you as a parent your best chance from the fact that there's a community. My kids were always amazed at how Gladys and I seemed to always know what was going on, and they kind of knew that they couldn't get away with anything because we had a network, us parents did, and it was a network we could trust.
We really felt a strong sense of community and everybody working together, and that was wonderful. Being a longtime parent and a part of the school board, my wife volunteering here routinely, we got to know the staff and the teachers very well. Of course, most of our kids had many of the same teachers as they went up through the grades, and we were very close to many of the staff here.
The Eagle Squad is a group of parents who are very passionate about taking care of their teachers and being a part of the community. We like doing our root beer float days, and we like taking care of our teachers on our woot woot wagon days. It gets us really close to learning personally the teachers and the students and be able to take care of them all.
There's a way to live a fully and complete Christian life that is centered on community with the people that you are in school with. The benefit of having an incredibly small class. We knew everybody. We still stay in touch with pretty much all of them. We stayed in touch with the teachers, still to this day stay in touch with the teachers in terms of what we're doing in our own lives. I'm trying to give that back a little bit. But seeing this all through a lens of we are Christians, and we are trying to participate not only within the Christian community, but within the world around us as well. Calvary, I think, in a lot of ways really equipped us to be able to do that, just because of the sense of we've got each other's backs, which makes it easier to interact with the world and try to bring something hopeful and to offer what we've got here at Calvary and within our Christian community to other people that we're talking to.
And that kind of speaks to the community that we felt we had and still have at Calvary. It's something that continues to change after different people move through Calvary, but people come back and people visit homecoming, and they go to the pep rally and stuff like that, and that's something we still enjoy going to.
My son Camden, he has ADHD. Here he has felt loved and like he belongs. He's not just a number, he is a part of a family here. That has just been such a beautiful testimony to this school and how they come alongside parents and their families.
One of our kids is a science major, one's a teacher, one is a social work. They all were well prepared and well-rounded. But the best thing they got here that maybe they wouldn't have gotten somewhere else is that really sense of community. They were cared for, and they felt cared for. And we were able to participate as parents. We felt like we had a voice. We were part of the school, and that's unique.
I was thinking about what is distinct about our school, and it makes me think, what is distinct even about this year? So Mrs. Anhalt chose the theme of distinct for us as a school, that we are a distinctly Christian school. And what does that mean? And so we've been teaching and preaching about how distinct is related to holiness in the Bible, and how God himself is distinct and God is holy. There's no one like him. And so based on that, he wants us to be distinct and holy as a school. So we've had a lot of lessons on that, starting with our fall retreat, and also how that impacts our behavior as Christians.
It's important to be a part of a Christian school and send our kids to a Christian school, to be able to help guide and learn to follow God, learn that in the schooling as well as at home.
Every kid as they grow has to decide for themselves what's important to them faith-wise, and it's really encouraging to see your kids come to their own faith. But as parents, we can set the table for them. We can make sure they understand. We can make sure that they're rooted and grounded in love and truth and understanding the gospel message. And so that's what was important to us.
And what is our world throwing at our kids right now? You want your kids to be exposed to whether or not they want to be a boy or a girl. You want your kids to be exposed to, you name it. Again, I won't say Calvary's perfect, but I would argue with you till the end that you're going to put them in a whole lot better environment at a place like Calvary than if you go put them in a school where they might have more perceived academic opportunities, or they can play some sport that they're never going to be a professional in. So I just would encourage you, find your priorities as a family and stick to those.
I can choose to spend my money here and for my kids' education, and it's not just education, but it's with that biblical perspective. Or I can choose to go buy a boat and go on vacation, or any number of things, but I would rather put my money here for my kids' future.
Our primary purpose as parents is to make sure that our family is set up to be children of Christ, to have their soul be prepared for when he returns.
And how can we put a value on that? So if you think about that, yes, Calvary Christian costs money, but what is a soul worth?
We should do everything we possibly can within our power to set them up for success in that regard. And for us, Calvary Christian Schools was part of that strategy.
Academics are important. It's important to try to keep up with that kind of stuff, to pay attention to what you're learning and to try to learn more. We both went to grad school. We think academics are important. But the truth is that as well as any opportunities that Calvary presents, create avenues towards leadership and towards exposure, towards that opportunity to distinguish yourself. Even within the Christian undergrad school that I went to, I felt that I was propelled to many circumstances where I was in a position of leadership because of the things that Calvary had equipped me to do.
Calvary just really sets you up for success when you have those around you who share the same beliefs as you, whether if it's fellow students or teachers or your principal. Everyone is just there for you, and it really helps shape you. I really just think that is so important.
We have no idea in decades and centuries down the road what the ripple effect might be through these students who have grown and matured and love Christ and can make him known in this world.
Our commitment to Christ means that in my own life, it's important that the organizations I'm working with, and especially the school that I'm sending my kids to, is distinctly Christian. And I really like that about Calvary, that this year's theme of distinct is talking about how Jesus is the reason for this place. And that's been apparent with every interaction we've had with the staff and with students as well. And we really appreciate that distinction.